What's up, everybody? I'm Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. We are going to do a twin flame reading today. We're going to see what's blocking union. So, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, your views, you guys being here. If you're joining during the live, give me a thumbs up and join the chat. I love interacting with you guys. We're going to see what's going on the twin flame journey. What blockages that my collective might be having right now in regards to union. All right, Spirit, Jeff's starting to throw cards already. All right. Let's have fun with this, Spirit. Let's see what's blockages to union right now. They said one more. There we go. Said one more. All right, let's put that up there. All right, let's see what's going on. Some of my collective is dealing with some issues. We got impartiality, joy, vanity, discovery, and enlightenment. Let me turn this sage off. It's just a little bit too much. What's up, Jennifer? How you doing today, babe? Let's come over here and use the black deck. All right. So, impartiality, joy, vanity, discovery, and enlightenment. I think we should actually take a look at these. Shall we? Let's take a look at these. Let's shall. All right. Kind of crooked, but I don't care. Impartiality. Yeah, maybe some of you are feeling a little indifferent. Not really feeling it. King of Cups. You're balanced on an emotional scale. It's a very mature emotional energy, but it's almost as if you're just kind of in a Zen mode and following your own path. So I feel like that's a good thing, but when it comes to blockages, some of you need to remember that the King of Cups energy and the Hierophant energy, we're talking about your blockages. So some of you may have a need for balancing your emotions. Some of you may need to figure out what your purpose is. Okay. Some of you, your purpose is balancing your emotions and becoming emotionally mature. That's being able to be calm and diplomatic and caring without becoming erratic or overly emotional when it comes to certain things. That may be your purpose here. So some of you that are sitting in that, you're really not sure what's going on. You're really not happy. You're kind of sitting in a gray area, so to say. Some of you are in the process of trying to balance your emotions and find your purpose, or there is a need to find your purpose. And some of you, I'm going to tell you, your purpose is finding that emotional balance, mature emotions, okay? That may be more of my divine masculines that are needing to do that, but it's for everybody, okay? We are divine masculine and feminine within ourselves. Blockages is your joy. That's your third chakra, right? Fourth chakra, which is your solar plexus chakra. So some of you are limited in your joy. Why is this here? Why is this here as a blockage for joy? Are you not seeing the joy in your life? Are you not counting your blessings? Are you not seeing the things or the people around you? Are you not finding joy in your everyday? Wow. No, you're not. Because the Two of Swords came out with the sun. You're not seeing your sunshine. You're not seeing your joy and happiness. Damn, I wish I was that good. Thanks, Spirit. Thank you, Jeff, for that validation. The sunshine is joy. That's happiness, joy, high vibrations. So some of you are failing to see the things in your life that bring you joy. And it's not about the twin flame journey. It's about you on your journey, right? On your journey to you, some of you are failing to see this. Some of you are at a crossroads, but you're blindfolded here. Oh, good God. This is keeping you from your Two of Cups. Union, twin flame, your perfect match. Right? That face to face. Man, this is intense. I don't know. These blockages to union right here is you're failing to see. You got your blindfold on. Some of you are just not wanting to make a choice towards your joy. Okay. Some of you are not choosing a relationship or not choosing your twin flame because you're just not feeling it. You're not seeing the joy in it. Some of my twin flames do get there because this connection or these connections aren't always easy because we are forced to look within ourselves and to improve ourselves more than anything, right? It is the journey to you, coming into balance with yourself. So if there is something that you are needing to see, take the blindfold off and be willing to see it. Say, Jeff, I'm willing to see the things in my life that bring me joy. Even if it's just the small things. Start small and work your way up. Okay? Because a lot of times we get stuck in the, especially if we're in a low vibration, and we get there sometimes. A lot of times. We're human, right? So if you're in a position where you're just kind of blah, I'm really not feeling it. I'm really just, what's my purpose? Why am I not feeling this? Why, maybe you're just needing to get in touch with your emotions. Some of you may need to get in touch with friends and family to kind of help pull you out of this situation, because that's a blockage. What brings you joy outside of the twin flame connection? A lot of us can get stuck in that. When's it going to happen? Who is it? When's it coming in? When's union happening? When are they coming back? And that is not detaching. In order to call in your unions, the best way to do it is to completely detach from the need for another person to make you happy, and find out what your personal happiness is. And that's, you're failing to see what brings you joy and happiness. That is what you need to focus on here. Okay. Vanity. Oh, think you're better than everybody else because you're a twin flame, or what is going on here? Oh, this is information that is coming through for some of you that you haven't heard before. It's actually something that I didn't think of when I was pulling this. I was like, what is vanity going to show us? Well, as a blockage, vanity is ego, right? What does ego do? Ego protects, right? Isn't that our 3D self protecting ourselves from hurt and pain? You get the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. So what are you doing? This vanity is your ego simply blocking your heart space. It is not allowing your true authenticity to shine through. It is also blocking your heart space from allowing you to receive authentic love. Okay? Is this guarding and protecting yourself from abandonment? From missing somebody, from fear of abandonment, from lack? Were you ghosted? Were you left out in the cold? Were you abandoned? This is your ego talking. You need to break down those walls in some way in order to start shifting that energy. Your ego is in control. That is a blockage. Not for everybody, but for somebody. You've been left out in the cold, or you've been abandoned. Okay? You've been ghosted, or you've been rejected. All right? Maybe you've had a traumatic past. Whatever it may be. Your ego starts saying, I'm better than you. I'm better than them. I'm better than everybody. I can do better. I can be better. I can have better. Yes, you can. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing it from a place of protection, it's trying to protect anybody from getting in to your softer side. It is also not allowing you to shine through authentically. That is fact. That is truth. And there is some of you, this is the first time you've heard it, but that is fact. Okay? First time I heard it, I didn't even think about it either. But yes, that's our 3D self trying to say, you know, I'm good right where I'm at. I'm good. I'm on a higher level. I'm a twin flame. I'm rolling this way and I'm doing this thing and I'm on a spiritual journey. What you're doing, I mean, it's okay to be that way, but some of you, the reality is that you're blocking yourself from your blessings because you're afraid of being hurt again. And that's not for everybody, but it's at the center, so it's a big deal. Discovery. Why is discovery here? Some of you are newbies to the twin flame train. Welcome. And some of you are not. But I'm going to tell you that some of you are in the process of trying to discover who your twin flame truly is. Okay? And it is, again, the union or the journey of the twin flames, in my way of thinking and my way of teaching, is the discovery of self. Okay? It is, once we find ourselves, our true center, and we align with ourselves, and we find out, you know, we love ourselves enough to love ourselves. We figure out what self-worth is. We figure out, you know, we connect to our inner being, our higher self, our Jeffs, whatever, and we truly are in alignment, then we are there. So some of you, the blockage is in actually finding this gold nugget and trusting that this is part of the union, part of the journey is finding self-worth, self-love, self-care. And a lot of you are like, yeah, I take showers and I take care of myself and I shave my legs and I do this and I do that and the other thing. But it's a spiritual alignment. It is finding out and connecting with your true center, your inner being, being able to connect to your inner being, being able to listen to your inner guidance, being able to follow it clearly. Okay. And this is all about trust. Like, some of you are not trusting the journey. Like, you are outside of yourself, not seeing that this is part of the journey. And a lot of you are just getting overwhelmed with the fact that, you know, this union hasn't come together. I'm a twin flame. Why haven't I come into union? We all free will. Your counterpart may not want to ride the train. And some of you, it's a timing thing. It's like, this is taking forever when this is going to happen. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Well, for you, it may be the right thing. But as far as the twin flame train goes, in order to get union, it is union within self, not union within a relationship or a connection. Divine masculine, divine feminine. It is self. That is the twin flame journey. When you are in alignment with you, union happens outside of you. And this is all about divine timing. God, it's taken forever. This has been 8 years. Or some of you, not that long. This has been long. It's arduous. When is this coming? I have been trying to grow this thing and work on myself and work on my shadow side. When all you need to do is figure out that it's all about connecting with your higher self, aligning with your inner being, and coming into alignment with self. And once you get there, and once you're happy and you're loving yourself truly, and you know your self-worth, that's when things start to shift for you. That's when your connections start coming together. Okay? So for those of you that are focused solely on the timing of it all, it's a trust issue. You're not trusting that you're actually, the work is within yourself. Boom. No, a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear the romance of it all, but it's not. It's all about cooperating with the universe, coming into alignment for self. Enlightenment. Why is that? That's like the sunshine. Embodiment of the sunshine. Enlightenment. Why is that out here as a blockage? Why is that a blockage for my twin flames unions? Enlightenment. We have the Six of Cups and the Strength card. Okay. So in regards to soul bonds, in regards to past life connections, in regards to your twin flame, in regards to reciprocated love, you know, do you have the courage to be patient? Do you have the courage to overcome fears in regards to these connections? Do you have the courage to overcome fears in regards to, man, just as channeled, hold on. Do you have the courage to overcome fears in regards to these connections? Do you have the courage to overcome fears in regards to the returns of these individuals? Do you have what it takes, the patience and the compassion and the soft control and the inner strength that it takes to be in these soul bonds, these soul connections? The enlightenment comes from, or the realization of, your inner being, your inner power, your ability to have the courage, the patience, the compassion. It is about unconditional love more so than anything else. Whew. Thanks, Spirit. Thanks, Jeff. So, the enlightenment. Are you understanding the journey and the purpose of the journey? Are you understanding, or are you coming in? Do you need to understand that it's about having the courage and the patience to love someone unconditionally, regardless if there's a return? Just loving their soul. Okay? It's a soul bond. So, oh, fuck, dude. Thanks, Spirit. I get this. I get this completely. I understand what you're trying to say to me. What I am feeling here with this, some of you are in the process of awakening. Some of you are in the process of working on yourself. Apparently, there's some of you that need a little bit more fine tuning, and that's okay. We all do each and every day. It's a process. It's a journey, and unions don't come together. Not always. Okay. We all have free will and we can do what we want. Sometimes they don't come together for a while, but this is regardless of whether or not somebody comes back or whether or not you have feelings for them. The reciprocated feelings are there. It's a soul bond. You're going to feel this connection. But can you be okay with loving this person unconditionally regardless of whether or not they're there or not? Loving their soul for what they've taught you, what information you have gained from the connection, what they have brought to you in your life and helped you heal, overcome, and improve in yourself and in your own life. Okay, it's that that is important here as well, because you can reach out and say, I thank you, my twin flame. Thank you, my twin flame. I appreciate you being here as a part of my journey to myself, to my healing, to my improvement, to my embetterment, to my highest good, for my highest good. Thank you for coming into my life and on my path to assist me in reaching my goals that I set forth, helping me to learn those hard lessons of self-love, of self-worth, whatever it was, whatever it is, whatever it's going to be. Okay? Because sometimes our twin flames come into our lives to teach us the hardest lessons. Some of the hardest lessons are forgiveness, self-worth, self-love. Okay? So for some of you, you needed that message because you can still love this person no matter where, no matter what, because your soul feels it. Your soul will still love them no matter what. And having that appreciation is very important. And not only that, but once you get to this point where you completely understand what I just said and you actually feel it, appreciate them for what they've taught you and forgive them and let it go, that is a form of detachment that is extremely powerful. Okay? Because you're loving them enough. You're loving them enough and appreciating them on a soul level for deciding to assist you in your own growth. Okay? And it's a forgiveness on a soulful level, but on a 3D level where you are detaching and you're saying, I let you go in peace and love and happiness. I want the best for you. I truly do. That is unconditional love. Thank you. I appreciate you for what you've taught me. I don't need to be in this connection. I don't need to have this connection. I've gained what I needed to gain. That is a very high level detachment right there. And it's a very soulful way of being. And it is a very unconditionally loving way of being. Okay. And that will assist you in moving forward. Some of you have been stuck in these twin flame journeys, on your twin flame journeys, and you're just like, what do I do? Why isn't it working? Why isn't it come together? Why aren't they coming back? You're stuck in the timing of it. And the discovery is all in figuring out that it's about you and not anybody else. They came into your life to teach you a lesson, to help you evolve, help you heal, help you evolve, and help you reach your higher levels. But if you're getting stuck, you're getting stuck in, whatever, it is what it is, and not actually elevating yourself and realizing that your purpose or part of your path is possibly being a spiritual guide, or possibly being somebody that needs to balance and mature your emotions in order to move forward. Sticking up or coming into a place of I'm better than you, or a place of ego, which is blocking you from what you truly desire, and it's all because you're trying to protect yourself. You got some beautiful cards here, but as blockages go, some of you are overwhelmed with the journey. And I get it. But when we start focusing on the journey as it's got to be two people, no, that's when it starts getting confusing, and that's when you start expecting the other person to meet up with you along the way. When you can get to the point where you realize that this journey, this twin flame train journey, is about your journey to your highest level, your highest good, your best life, okay? Regardless of whether or not anyone else is in it, okay? When you can get to that point where you're just like, oh, the twin flame union is about me and me coming together with myself, me coming into alignment with who I truly am, me being soul, me being source, me having an inner being, and me having an ability to manifest what I truly desire, me having a purpose, and my purpose being joy and love and enlightenment, okay? And you drop the need for it having to be two people coming together in union, then you've won. Then you've made it to your destination. And that's when the universe starts bringing stuff more and more into your life. Yes, union can happen. And for the twin flames that do not decide to take that journey with you, another high-powered soulmate will come in to fill that gap. The universe will not leave you lonely. And a lot of us get caught in that, I'm going to be alone. When am I ever going to be in love? The twin flame journey is not about that. And if you are on that path in your twin flame journey, it is about your discovery of who you truly are, your personal power, and your love and self-worth. Your own love of self and your self-worth. And not having to have that dependency on another person to make you happy. Because that's when you become drained, the other person becomes drained, you become drained, and things fall apart and crumble apart. And that happens a lot in relationships, okay? You're depending on other people to bring you happiness and joy, and it's all about you making yourself happy and you finding ways to be joyful, happy, and finding that love of self. And sometimes that love of self, most times that love of self, and I'm going to tell you this from working with clients over the last couple years, not only for myself, but for others, the biggest part of the twin flame journey, the biggest part is realizing that your happiness and your feeling good makes all the difference. When we get caught in ghosting situations and relationships where we feel like the other person has abandoned us, it's not about somebody abandoning us or rejecting us or being stuck there in that place waiting for somebody that ghosted us or missing somebody. You're not living your best life when you're stuck in that energy. The best part of the clarity that comes from raising your vibration and seeing something from a different perspective is flipping the script on that kind of energy and changing it to, the universe is doing it for me. This person isn't on my path for a reason because we didn't desire the same things. We're not headed in the same direction, and that's okay. Perhaps there was a lesson for me to learn. Perhaps there was something that I needed to meet this person for. But regardless, the universe is doing this for me. And if you can shift that perspective and flip the script on it and stop staying in that negative low vibration of where did they go? Why haven't they gotten here? Why aren't they coming? That's fear and lack mentality. And that needs to shift in order for you to raise your vibration. A lot of people don't like to hear that. But on the twin flame journey, wanting to feel good, wanting to be happy, wanting to feel the ease and the relief of that lack, of not needing to have somebody, not waiting on somebody, and being expectant for the next thing to come along. That is power. And I hope that most of you, all of you, everyone shifts into that kind of energy, because that is power energy. That is extreme power. It's personal power. When you can say, I don't care who ghosted me. I don't care where they went. I don't care what they're doing. I wish them love and luck and all of that fun stuff. What's next, universe? What's next, universe? Let's see if I can get any messages from DM and DF for you guys, and then we'll get out of here. From Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine, any messages? DM to DF. DM to DF messages. I feel some of my Divine Masculines are already in the process of reuniting with you. Some of them may have a proposal. Some of them may have a message for you. Clarify this for me once. Okay. There are some Divine Masculines that are ready to see you face to face. Some of them are in the process of seeing you. Like, you may already be in communication with this person. You may have already reunited. There's already communication, and some of you, there's going to be a level up in the connection here very, very soon, within the next, let's see if I can get a timing on this. Wow. This person wants to rebuild or build a very strong foundation. They want to come together and work as a team. So some of you may be getting a proposal or a level up in a connection or in a union, because that is union, the Three of Pentacles. You're in the process of communicating with this person already, for most of you. Already. Excuse me, already. They're in the process of trying to figure out how. Oh, that's cute. Some of these DMs are in the process of trying to figure out how to elevate or level up the connection or the union. Okay. Some of you, if you are not in, like, you don't know who your twin flame is, that looks like some of you are going to be figuring that within the next 5 months. 5 weeks to 5 months. Some of these divine masculines, excuse me, have an issue trying to say what they want to say. And they have some fears in regards to actually speaking up and saying clearly how they feel or what they want. Okay? But what they clearly want is their 9 of Cups and their 6 of Wands. They want to move forward happily and successfully. But their fears are getting in the way. So they're trying to figure out how to communicate, get past their fears. Some of it's toxicity, toxic beliefs, or there was toxic situations between you and this person, okay? But I do feel a face-to-face communication coming in. Some of you have already reconciled. And for those of you that are not in communication, let's see if I can get a message for you. They're on their way. They're going to be taking their slow time. They're going to be taking their time. But that's why. Because they're up in their head. That was at the bottom of the deck. They're overthinking it. Okay. So this offer, or this communication, this message is going to come in. And it's going to come in slowly. Some of y'all, that's more towards a year mark. Yeah. They're either committed in another situation. They are watching you. But they're in the process of overcoming some toxicity, people, things, all of that stuff, some limiting beliefs. So for those of you that are not in communication just yet, it could take up to a year for this communication to come through. Some of them may be in a long-term relationship, or they may be married. So you know who that is for some of you. But it's going to take, when it happens, it's going to happen slowly. But when it happens, this communication will come in. Okay, but some of them are definitely watching you. Let's flip the script. If you're in the connection or in the relationship, they're still watching you. Okay, and that communication could take up to a year for some of y'all to get. Okay. All right, let's see what Divine Feminine has to say to Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine for my... You're not saying the same thing. I'm not allowing that to happen. You know, I'll change the deck. You're not saying the same thing. Same cards pop back out. All right, Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Some of my Divine Feminines are in the process of working on a rebuild or a transformation within self. Some of my Divine Feminines are in the process of transforming self. Okay. So divine masculines, they're going through some sort of transformation. They're in the process of healing. They're overcoming heartache. They're doing their healing. Some of them may be moving into new relationships or new connections, but it's a transformation of rebuilding themselves, stabilizing themselves. Okay. And some of them may be going through a divorce. Some of them may be going through some sort of spiritual awakening and transformation, but they are going to be victorious. I feel like there's communication. If there were to be communication coming through, I know that divine feminine wants to speak to divine masculine, but right now, the kind of like, how do I say this? If there are secrets, if there's been secrets, if there has been ghosting, or if there has been a blockage in the emotions, like no emotion shared, the communication coming from divine feminine may not be sweet and kind. So for those of you divine masculines that may have held secrets or may have been hiding in the shadows, they're not dealing with that. They're not dealing with that. Some of them are definitely going through some sort of legal issues, and they're going to be coming away from that victoriously. And I feel like the divine feminines, because of that spiritual awakening or the transformation that they've got going on and rebuilding themselves and strengthening themselves, they are the King of Swords. They are following their path. They are listening to their guidance. They are on path. They are on purpose. And that purpose is themselves. That purpose is themselves. And with that King of Swords there, my divine feminines are standing their ground, and they are championing their own champion here. And they will not deal with anything less than what they desire or deserve. A lot of my divine feminines have finally gotten to that point. So if you're going to be approaching the divine feminine, you better come in with truth, trust, honesty, loyalty, and commitment, because they ain't going to take nothing less than a traditional relationship. It's not going to be sex only. It better be something solid, and you better be on purpose. Needing direction. So some of you in regards to cooperation and advancement in your unions. Some of you are in the process of trying to figure out which direction to go. Do I do this? Do I not do this? Or where do I go? Go back and listen to the blockages and the clarity, okay? Experiencing life as it comes. Do not do that. You're in the process of, oh man, it's like drifting on an open ocean. If you have no direction set, the world is your oyster. Go for it. Go crazy. But part of getting what you truly desire is manifesting exactly what you desire. All right? And this may be the challenge for you twin flames is focus, zero in on what it is you truly desire in your life. That way you set your compass and you lock in your sails, and you allow the universe to take you in the direction that you want to go. If you're just out here kind of feeling lost, kind of feeling like you have no direction, there's a reason. Are you emotionally balanced? Are you discovering who you truly are? Are you listening to your inner guidance? Are you living with joy? What brings you joy? But if you're out here bibble-bobbling around on the ocean in a boat, just kind of allowing the waves to take you wherever you go, you're not setting your sails. You're not setting your focus. And that is the challenge here. Setting your focus. Manifesting deliberately on what you want. Some of you definitely... is in order to repair these connections, in order to repair these unions, or to come into alignment with yourself, it may be a little bit of a challenge. There may be some healing that's needed, but some of you, these unions can heal. And it's all about forgiveness of self and forgiveness of your twin. Okay. And that's what we were talking about over here with the enlightenment. Regardless of whether or not they're coming back, regardless of whether or not they decide to ride the twin flame train with you, it's about soulful love. These soulful connections is about forgiveness on the 3D level. Okay. You had something else you needed to do. You had a different path to go down. Okay. My path is going this way. But I appreciate you for teaching me how to love myself more, how to care for people more, how to nurture relationships better, whatever it is that you were taught. But that's that unconditional love. Okay. And unconditional love is forgiving. Okay. You don't have to accept anybody back that totally did you wrong. You don't have to forgive them on a, like allow them to overrun you. There's boundaries and stuff. My empresses and my masculines set, and my emperors set healthy boundaries. Possibility for union over the next full moon. Possibility for union over the next full moon. That is 11. So justice will be served. Karma will be brought right. Unions. It's all about forgiveness and setting your focus, okay? And these blockages, these are real deals, okay? Making sure that you're balanced on an emotional level, making sure that you are living with joy and happiness in your life, allowing your, ego to move aside and not having to have the last word and be the winner, okay? Being able to forgive each other. Coming into alignment with self and recognizing who you are, why you do the things you do, getting in touch with your inner being and your higher self, and realizing that the journey isn't about the other person coming along with you. The journey is about you. And a lot of times when we are out here drifting on the ocean, just accepting whatever comes our way, that is not how to be a powerful manifester. Okay? We manifest by focusing deliberately on what it is we desire. If we desire a soulmate, if we desire a twin flame, if we desire these unions to come together, we got to start somewhere. Somewhere is within inside of ourselves, forgiving ourselves for not knowing, forgiving others for being the way that they have been to us, and for us allowing it. And then the shifts start to happen. Okay? That's what I got for you. Them's the words, them's the messages. I love you all. Until next time, I'm Feather. Check out my description box. If you would like a private reading, they are open. Click the book now button on my website, nourishheallive.com. Namaste.